friends, welcome or welcome back to the Blue Butterfly Tarot. Today we're looking into their current thoughts about you, and I've got two piles for you. This is pile number one, this is pile number two. Pile number one is Orion's Animal Tarot, and pile number two is Stephanie Capone's RWS deck. Take your time, see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to. I do want to say this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If one pile's messages don't resonate, then choose the other. If both piles' messages don't resonate, then it just means that maybe there aren't any messages for you in this video today, but I do hope that at least one of the piles' messages do resonate. Please be careful of scammers. I would never reach out to you asking you to follow or subscribe or book a private reading, so just please be a little bit careful about that. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. I'm going to give you a few seconds now to see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to, and then I shall begin. Hi pile one, for those of you who chose Orion's Animal Tarot, this is going to be your reading, alright? But before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alrighty. Pile one, their current thoughts about you. Pile one's person's current thoughts about you. Pile one's person's current thoughts about you. Eight of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Seven of Wands. There's definitely some kind of distance between the two of you at this point in time. Maybe both of you have just had a fight, or maybe it has been an ongoing tough cycle between the two of you at this point in time. Your person's heartbroken, pile one. Their current thoughts are about, how they are hurt right now, and you also must be hurt. So their thoughts are not just about themselves, but it's also about you as well. I think that there has been significant heartbreak. If there hasn't been any recent heartbreak, your person is thinking about past heartbreak between the two of you. Maybe things have calmed down. I am also seeing that, because for some of you, it could be the beginning stages of both of you calming down, but taking your own space from the connection. For others of you, you could be towards the end of that cycle of, taking some space and calming down. But whatever it is, your person seems to be quite upset about whatever's gone down between the two of you. Frankly, I think that your person thinks that there needs to be some kind of clarity in this situation. This heartbreak that could have happened could have been because of some kind of misunderstanding, but your person acknowledges that both of you had something to do with it. Like, both of you contributed to the current dynamic between you and your person, and they do understand that in order to heal, for both of you to heal, there needs to be some kind of reconciliation between the two of you. Both of you need to talk through what's gone down between the two of you. So there definitely is some kind of communication coming through. I am seeing that your person seems to be very determined to bring about that conversation. I do think that in the past, your person might not have been very forthcoming. I think that they might have been a little bit too invested in their own life to come forward and have this conversation, or your person kind of buried themselves in work so that they would not be able to think about this connection. But I think that the pain has been growing over time, and now it's something that they can't ignore anymore. And so your person feels that right now they have to talk to you about it. They have to bring up this conversation. So there is definitely something that is in the air that both of you need to clear. And your person is realizing that for that, they need to kind of be in a mental state where they are not going to be affected by the outcome, because I think that your person is worried either they might lose you, or that things are going to go crashing down in their life. Whatever the stability that they've built in this connection, maybe it's all going to go away. And right now your person's afraid to bring up that conversation because they fear the loss of this connection. But over time, your person's going to work through that fear, and they're going to be in a mental headspace where they feel okay about whatever is going to happen, because they understand the importance of this conversation that's meant to happen between the two of you. But until that point, there's going to be pause energy between the two of you. I do see that. I think that your person is working it out internally. There's definitely a lot of fears I see, and until, like, how do I show you? Okay, so if this is the fear of whatever they're gonna lose because of this conversation, and this is, you know, focusing on the conversation but not caring. I wouldn't even say not caring. I think that just letting go of their need to control the outcome. So right now the fear is more, so they're not going to take any action, but over time they're going to work through their fears and they're going to increase their need to control the outcome, and that's when they will start taking action towards this connection. But until then, I think that your person's going to go within. You would not be hearing from them. I also don't think that they are in the mental headspace to talk to you. So even if you do reach out to them, I think that it's going to be very short replies, or your person's just going to reply, but you're not going to feel the energy. They're not going to reciprocate the energy. That's because they really need to go within. I think that there's a lot of fears and they need to first work through that in order to kind of feel balanced within them as well. So right now your person could be focused on other aspects of their life, but they're realizing that they need to work on this connection. They need to work through their thoughts about this connection. I think that at some point, you know, the reason why I laughed is because the thought came in my mind. I think my spirit guide's a little bit funny. It's like, how much more are you going to work? Like, what else is left for you to work on? You know, that kind of energy is coming through, and I feel like your person's running out of things to work through. And so I think that at this point, your person is starting to realize that they can't escape having thoughts about this connection. They can't escape making a decision about this connection. They can't escape taking on the responsibility of this connection, or at least taking on the responsibility of having this conversation. And it looks like your person wants to carefully navigate this situation. But again, you know, there comes beyond a certain point where you're not actually being careful, but you are procrastinating. And I think that that is, with the Eight of Pentacles coming out, I think that your person's realizing that they have been procrastinating, you know, making a decision or thinking deeply about this connection because of the pain that it holds. And in fact, they've been avoiding pain, but actually they've been avoiding you, and they're avoiding, you know, a potential at working on this connection. Yes, I think that your person's also realizing that if they work through their thoughts about this connection at this point in time, then there is a chance, you know, there's at least a small, tiny chance that both of you could reconcile. There could be a rejuvenation of this connection. A small opportunity, yes, absolutely, but it's still there. You know, it's still an opportunity for them to take, and they're realizing that it exists. You know, they shouldn't be feeling so low about losing everything, and even if it means a small chance at this happiness between the two of you, at this emotional fulfillment between the two of you, maybe it's time for them to take that leap of faith, for them to start working through the heartbreak. Because at the end of the day, I think that both of you make each other happy. I think that there's a very, very strong sense of bond between the two of you. I think that both of you intuitively understand each other. There's a lot of love between the two of you. There's a lot of fun. There's a lot of laughter. I think that both of you just intuitively get each other. And that's something that your person has understood, that they can't find it with anyone else. You know, as painful as it is for them to acknowledge their side of things, like what has led to heartbreak on their end, they're also realizing that without you, you know, life kind of feels a little bit dull. Look at how bright this is, and look at how, you know, sober this is. I really feel that contrast in their life is something that they didn't expect, or they probably expected it, but they didn't realize how deep of an impact it was going to be. So maybe it was a thought at one point, but now they're in their feels about it as well. So their current thoughts about you right now are to, you know, stop distracting themselves, stop procrastinating about dealing with this connection, dealing with the heartbreak in this connection, and actually work through it so that at least both of you can get to a point where there's an opportunity for something beautiful to happen between the two of you. I am getting the infinity symbol, so by doing so, it looks like your person is actually manifesting some kind of a small beginning between the two of you, but something that is going to lead to much, much bigger emotional fulfillment between the two of you. So if you're waiting for action from this person, I would say there's a bit of pause energy coming through, but once they work through their fears, it looks like they are going to bring up this conversation. It looks like there might be a chance to rejuvenate this connection based on that conversation. All right, let me get you one advice, Pile One. One advice for Pile One, please. One advice for Pile One. If you're overwhelmed by this connection, it might be time for you to take some, to kind of look within and see how this connection has been affecting other areas of your life. I am seeing that you might be kind of feeling upside down because of this connection. So maybe you're being given this time, this pause energy, so that you can get right back up, so that you can focus on everything else that might have tumbled because of this connection. And it happens sometimes, you know, not calling you out on it. It does happen sometimes. Sometimes the energy of one particular connection is so powerful that it just spills over to other aspects of our life, and that also becomes chaotic. So if you've been feeling that way, if you've been feeling that energy spillage, you know, it might be, this pause energy might actually be a way of the divine, you know, kind of protecting you and kind of making sure that you have enough time to breathe and to kind of set your life at least back in order before this conversation takes place, before both of you have this, you know, emotional new beginning between the two of you. So take some time to kind of look at other aspects of your life, anything that might have kind of either you would have neglected or things that might have kind of topsy-turvy because of this connection. Take some time to work on that, and it looks like you are given the space to work on that. Okay, Pile One, this is where I will leave you for today. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all the love and positive energy, whether it's with the like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips that I send in, watching my page ads. Those are the ways that I feel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. Pile One, take care, trust your intuition, you'll always have free will, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hi Pile Two, for those of you who chose Stephanie Capone's RWS deck, this is going to be your reading, alright? But before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Alrighty. So, Pile Two, their current thoughts about you, alright? Let's get into that. Pile Two's person's current thoughts about you, please. Pile Two's person's current thoughts about you, Pile Two, please. Eight of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and Page of Swords. Your person's feeling very trapped in their life at this point in time. It could be other situations in your person's life, or it could be that they are supposed to take action, or they were supposed to take action with respect to this connection. I am getting something about action that was meant to happen in this connection on your person's end, but they didn't take that, or something stopped them from taking that action. I don't think that this connection exists at this point in time, as in, I think that in 3D, it's almost ending between the two of you, because that is the primary energy that's coming through very, very strongly. And I think that your person senses a deep loss in this connection. You could have moved on, Pile Two. You could have found another person to be with. You could be in a happy connection. Whatever it is, your person, there's a lot of regret coming through that they should have taken action at the time that they were supposed to. And for some of them, they're feeling very bitter that the external circumstances were stopping them. But the way that I see it, I think that there was also an element of your person holding them back. And now it feels like they've lost you. So I don't know what is the current dynamic, but according to your person's perception of it, it looks like there is no chance of both of you getting back together, or there is no chance of reconciliation. At least this is their perspective, and this is what is currently running in their mind. Your person feels like things have just shifted so dramatically in your connection, and if they had taken a chance, if they had taken action at the right time, then probably at this point things could be so different between the two of you. And right now I think that your person feels like they're on the outside watching you live your life. So it doesn't mean that you have moved on to another connection, but it could be that maybe your person perceives that there are no more paths open for them to you. You know, you might have closed out all the paths, or you are not open for reconciliation anymore. At least this is their perception. And the way that I see it, winter could be significant. I am getting that. It's just popping out to me. But the primary energy that's coming through is your person feels a sense of loss about this connection, and their current thoughts about you are that there is no way that this connection is going to come around, and they seem to be losing all hope about it. I do feel like your person wants to talk to you about it, or at least check in with you, just kind of gauge your energy just to see where you are at, but they might be overthinking that at this point in time. I do feel that you might get some hi hellos from this person, but not more than that at this point in time. So if you've kind of been seeing them in and out, I think that there are actually deeper energies behind them reaching out to you. And the deeper energies are that they feel they've lost a chance with you, and they feel that there can no longer be anything more between the two of you. Yes, you are wish fulfillment at this point in time. You are something that they are hoping for, and I think that your person is taking time to understand if there really is no path to you anymore, you know, because reality could be different, right, Paltiu? But the way that I see it, your person wants something more in this connection. Maybe in the past they didn't. Maybe in the past they didn't know how to work through their fears. Maybe there was a lot of external situations or circumstances stopping them. But today, it looks like your person, it's not that the external situation has completely disappeared from their life, but it looks like they're willing to put that aside and still give their attention and their love towards this connection. But right now, I think that there's a lot of fear coming through with the star as well. I think that there is fear that maybe they've lost the only chance that they had at being with you. And so right now, I think that your person is kind of going through the motions of that sense of loss. I think that over time, they are building that strength within them as well. They're understanding that there is, you know, virtue in being patient, in allowing life to happen to them, and allowing the situation to unfold in the way that it is meant to. I also think that maybe in the past your person might have tried to control the situation, might have wanted things to go a certain way, but now they're realizing that they have to give up control, and there is immense strength in that as well. The way that I see it, I think that your person is really struggling at this point in time, but over time they are going to work through it. They are going to feel a lot better within themselves. They're going to feel stronger within themselves. But right now, they might be reaching out to you, but I think that their hidden intentions, their intentions are hidden, but their hidden intentions are to see if there is a chance, are to kind of explore things between the two of you, to kind of see where your mind is at, whether you are going to be open to them coming back. I don't think that your person is ready to jump right in at this point in time without understanding where you're at. There is a lot of unsaid or unspoken things between the two of you. So whatever energy they're coming with, whatever conversations you're having with them, there's actually a lot more that's going on the depth of it. And I think that your person is not ready to share those, but I do feel that a lot of what they're hiding is the hope that they feel, you know, that possibly maybe Pal 2 is going to be open to this, but I gotta figure it out first. I got to see where their mind is at first. And for that, I'm going to start having these little conversations. So your person could be analyzing every move that you're making as well, whatever words you're saying. They could be trying to understand where you're coming from. What do you mean by something you said? And you might also feel the intensity of their energy on you. But just know that whatever is happening on the surface between the two of you, there's a lot more going on in this person's head and in this person's feelings. And I feel, yeah, there definitely is communication coming through with this person. I do feel that they are taking action towards you, but I also feel that there is this fear that maybe they are going to get the answer that they don't want to know, so that might be also a little bit of a burden. So I think that your person might be tiptoeing the conversation a little bit, like the actual information that they want, and you could be sensing that as well. And I think that your person is afraid of what the real answer might be. Like if you're not ready for them or you don't want to be with them at this point in time, your person, it's a burden, that just that thought of it seems to be weighing very, very heavy on them. But at the same time, they're pushing through it. They are, kind of having hope that, okay, you know what, it could be a yes also, so I've got to keep this communication open. I have to keep making effort towards this and understand where my person is at, which is you, Pal 2. So right now, their current thoughts about you are mostly filled with a lot of regret about some inaction that they were not able to take, or they didn't want to at that point in time, and now they're realizing how much they've lost because of that inaction, and they want to come back in. They want a second chance with you, but at the same time they understand that you might not be in the same place, and they want to give you your space while at the same time making efforts towards you and trying to understand where you're at, so that they can have whatever it is that they're hoping for with you. Let me get you one advice. One advice. Whatever it is, it looks like you have a lot of choices, options with respect to where you are at right now, Pal 2, but the most peaceful option will always be to choose yourself, whatever it leads to, all right? So whether you want this person back or not, Pal 2, it looks like the advice for you right now is to choose yourself. Make sure that you are choosing your self-respect, your self-esteem, your self-confidence, yourself, self-love. Make sure that you are factoring all of those in before making a decision about this person, all right? And when you choose yourself, automatically everything that chooses you aligns, all right? That is the most powerful way to align with what is meant, what is truly meant for you, and what is truly meant for you will always bring you peace. And that is how you align with peace in your life, all right? So the first step to that is choosing yourself. Whatever that could mean for you in this situation, it looks like you do have a lot of options. You do have a lot of possibilities on where you wish to take this connection, or how you wish to take steps with respect to your life. But the most peaceful way and the most powerful way for you to go, the most powerful possibility, or the most powerful way to unlock possibilities that bring you peace would be to choose yourself. All right, Pal 2? So take some time and try to figure out what that advice really means to you specifically. All right, try to see how that aligns to your life. And I really wish you the most peaceful outcome in this situation. This is where I will leave you for today, Pal 2. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you're looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. I can check the details in the description box below, but if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with the like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips that send in, watching my page ads. Those are the ways that I feel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. Pal 2, take care, trust your intuition, you always have free will, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye-bye.